Hello, welcome to the Lives Lost Count, where we tally up victims in horror movies, TV shows, anime, music videos, and beyond. I am your host, William Pry. Today, aka Nexus. Today, we're diving into Psycho 1998, a remake that just like the original, except it won a Golden Raspberry for Worst Remake and Worst Director, and also won a Saturn for Best Actress and Best Writer. Director Gus Van, who actually best known for his biopic about Milk, the first openly gay politician. This Milk This film is actually a shot for shot Alfred Hitchcock's masterpiece. Everybody know about my this take. A good remake is something that I a good remake is more like we actually have a good remake is something that is it had to stay true to the story or outdo the original story. Outdo the original story. To reuse, they actually reuse the score and make it to a modern twist. And Norman Bates is played by Vince Vaughn, which are another actor this time. Which I'm actually going to do Bates Motel that I play by Freddie Highmore, which is actually good doctor actor. Shocking, I know this is actually a good. Freddie Highmore is actually a best actor played by good doctor, but this is actually Psycho 1998, the Bates Motel TV show. So, how many lives lost did Mother did in the second outing? Let's find out and hope Norman remembered to do his therapy homework this time. Spoiler alert, he did not. Up with the Universal logo, the timeless logo until the blood oozes out with the entertainment image. Then the Universal logo represents the Tentacard! Nothing less than a masterpiece and reimagined with slapping with crimson red plate of the Psycho theme kicks in. It's same of the 1960 version, but with but because if it ain't broke, why not repackage it and sell it again? We land in Phoenix, Arizona at 2:43 p.m. Position matters when it eventually $40,000. Inside we actually meet Sam and Mary Lou, played by different actors. Shockingly, since Janet Leigh and John Gavin were probably busy being iconic anywhere else. Anna, played by Hedgie, who actually get the best actress and the worst actress reward during this movie. RP died in RP rest in peace. gone too soon in a car crash. Step into the shoes of Marion. You're right. Might remember her from Volcano, where she outrun the lava, but not from her face. No, for you did. Yeah, what you know last summer, where she should have known not to trust a hook as Superman Doomsday. Survived Kryptonian, not from the Hollywood curse. Officer her and Viggo Morris as Sam Lewis, fresh off prison, jailbreak, shower break. And Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, because one chainsaw build not wasn't enough. Cue the it boils. Honestly, the original the dialogue is actually the same as it. The boiled steak, the picture of her mother on the mantle. Marion suggests that they actually elope immediately, and the romance of the post. But there's. But we actually meet Tom Cassidy, who actually say, oh, well, this is actually Tom Cassidy, played by Tom Evett, who actually get, he actually fronted his wealth like a mobster yard, and he actually got the wedding ring and a stack of bills, and suddenly she actually her resignation bill and criminal intent. To tell you the truth, Tom Cassidy, she actually hit the road hard, and she actually Need for Speed Investment Edition. It cuts to the just like the Hitchcock, because the guys have been since created begins and ends with what would Hitchcock do? Then the cops knock on the window. Same scene, same tension, just with a 1998 Mustang and a bored looking cop register and license. Huh? Okay. Honestly, she actually got being tailed by the same police officer, and she actually in Fayetteville, and she actually swapped cars. The umbrella, the aesthetic, and she forgot her bags. The crookie. She welcomed to the Bates Motel, which is actually different. The signs are actually really different. And the judge of the remake is actually a fixer-upper list on the Zillow. Enter Vince Zillow, who acting range here. Stretches mildly. He actually played freaky as both The butcher and mildly uncomfortable to a full blown panic. He doesn't knows Marion at first, too busy staring at the distant. The man who questioned the aged life, and she checked in as Mariel Samuels. The worst alias since Norman Bates, stable adult. Norman invites her to dinner because when a stranger insists for dinner hotel, it's not a red flag, it's hospitality. He actually did go to his house. He actually brought her dinner. It's actually milk and sandwiches. Mother's recipe to repress one part taxidermy. Norman probably declared that he actually does a taxidermy. And the boy best friend, that is his mother. Marion exhausted this one therapy session, and he actually, because the part of the remake is actually voyeurism. Okay, what? Why actually make this ick factor on this? What this is different than the original? Norman, after Peeps Marion in this version, he actually get pleasure to himself, while the original doesn't. It got creepiness factor with the original, while this one just give. I don't need to see that. The shower scene. Honestly, Marion does bath at 4,000 minus 4,000 equal a lifetime of regret. Then decided to take a shower. But the mother appears at 46 seconds, 46 minutes, and 24 seconds. The knife strikes 4 times, just like the 1960. But now the blood swirls. Big motivation. Hershey, instead of the Hershey syrup, instead of the chocolate, instead of the Hershey syrup, it's actually fake blood, because nothing say the horror. Honestly, the horror classic actually have the dessert, but this dessert is actually really different. Norman meltdown is less more Shakespeare. Mother, oh God, blood, 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 blood. Vince Van saw this gift and said blood and took it as a challenge. The investigation. Edgar Lyon, who is more concerned, probably because embezzling is our character for Marion, unless it's a heistman. David, Detective Allegas, played by William H. Macy, arrive, question Norman, who sweats more than he actually hide them. But after he actually answered, he went inside, and Abigail's death scene at 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 5 seconds. His slapstick, he actually got cut on his eye. He actually got the kill off screen, but it's actually more comedic in this. Lila sneaks into the base. What actually happened is, Loomis, they actually went back to the house and Sam and Lila went to the house, and they actually went to see the horror movie. Went to see what is going on. But what actually happened is Loomis got knocked out by Norman, and Lila sneaked into the base house, discovering Mrs. Bates in the cellar, homeless as a bird. My ass. To tell you the truth, Norma is actually dead, and the killer is Norman. Commit issues, and Norman dressed up as his mom. And honestly, the police say that Norman have a psychotic break, that he actually killed his mother, his boyfriend. We actually explain it in Psycho 4, and Psycho 4 the beginning, and Psycho and the original Psycho. But he also say he delivered that he would hurt a fly speech. And more crazier than the Lifetime movie villain. Does FSA remake, is it a remake? It's $60 million. It's just a copy. But worse, the original is more creepy than this disturbing cosplay. How many lives lost in Psycho Psycho 1998 remake? Let's find out and get to the numbers. Don't check me. I have to do this for the remake. The lives lost count that stands at 2 victims, 1 male and 1 female. The remake managed to identical and were honestly, it's the same as the original. With a runtime of 104 minutes, we got lives lost every hour at 52 minutes, or 1.72 deaths per hour. Math is scarier than the movie. The great acts of execution, goes to Marion Crane. Her death is actually an improvement over the 1960. At least her blood is over blood this time. Hershey syrup, chocolate syrup, and the shower sequences at 46:24 give us only a memorable 2 minutes in the remake. The Whippy X go to the poor Abigail at the 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 05 seconds. Honestly, it's the same as the original, but it's more cheesier than the last and over the top. The 1960s this is seen to be more terrifying. Gus Van Dyke took Alfred Hitchcock masterpiece and turned into a $20 film project. Vince Vaughn played Norman, like he trying to remember his lines. The Swamp give more character development than the victims. You spend 104 minutes wondering why the characters exist. Next time on the Kill Count, we're tackling Stepfather 2. Because apparently we have suffered enough until then. Remember, a boy best friend is his mother, but this remake best friend is the fast forward button.